Oh yeah, totally. Yep, whatever you say. You're right. Yeah, totally. Yep, I get it. Yeah, you're right. You should have rapped. Totally. I'm terrible. I'm just bad. You're right. Yeah. Okay folks, what's up? This is a story about me making a poor decision as a soccer referee. This is what not to do. This is me taking the low road, stooping to their level, making a bad choice. But sometimes bad choices make great stories. So a couple years ago, I was officiating in Chicago. It was the winter time, and you would go down into the city and ref in this big bubble thing, and it was a co-ed league. You'd do anywhere from 3 to 5 games in an evening. They're all back to back to back, and they were 45-minute games, and they'd pay you about $18. And when I went down there, you know, this was a league, right? So you would typically see teams more than once in a session. This particular team I had seen multiple times, and this incident that happened probably happened on like the, I don't know, probably like the 5th or 6th time I'd actually seen them. And if I had to describe this team in a few words, this team was complainers, big time complainers, like about everything. They were always in your ear. They always had a comment about something or wanted you to call something. They had attitudes. The girls were kind of catty and bitchy. The guys were some of them were divas, and like when they would get hurt, they would like flail and go down, and then we'd have to stop play, and then like everyone would come over, and then they'd like give you all these glares like you didn't protect them, and they'd like hobble off the field or like have someone help carry them off the field, and you know, challenging your calls, telling you what to call, telling you to protect them. And if I had to describe the relationship, mine with them, it was kind of antagonistic. I mean, I didn't like them. I want to say I hated them, but that's probably too strong. Didn't like them, didn't want to do them any favors, kind of like would enjoy sticking it to them if I could. So this is just my recollecting my memory of this event, and I'm not saying that my attitudes are right or wrong. This is not the example to follow, so I'm not putting this up on a pedestal of what you should be doing. And just before I get to the incident that I want to talk about, just to give you some of our history, at one game I did for them, you know, I started my clock, right? And I said, okay guys, you know, we're starting in like 2 minutes or something, because I gave them a lot of time to let them know because we're on schedule. And they said, oh no, we still got, you know, 4 minutes. I'm like, no, my watch says this, all right? So we started the game when I said we were going to start the game, but then they ended up emailing the league administrator saying that I was starting the games early. Well, then I had them that next week, and again, I'm like, we're starting the game, right? And they're like, no, you know, you're early, blah, blah. Well, we started the game when I said so, but they took a picture of their cell phone along with their watch or whatever, and they showed how I was starting the game earlier. Maybe they took a picture of me with their cell phone or whatever, or maybe it was a video. But I got a talking to saying, hey, you know, make sure you don't start the games early. I guess my watch was off or something, but that wasn't good blood between us. So in this particular game, this is after that incident. Game's going on, and at the end of the game, I don't know if they lost or something like that, but it was close, and I go over to the sideline, and this is like one of those big domes where there's 4 fields, and there's other like adult games going on at the same time, and we're between games, and I'm over there grabbing my stuff or getting ready to go for the next game, and this player comes up to me, and he's gonna give me an earful about some call that I made or how I did, and rather than like walk away from him or like listen to him with sympathy, I had an attitude, and I go, yeah, totally, yep, whatever you say, you're right, totally, you're Mr. Right, I'm wrong, you should have been the ref, whatever you say, absolutely, you're right, yeah, totally, yeah, you're right, you got it, yeah. And it was kind of just like that, like with that attitude and that kind of totally condescending, you know, patronizing, and I was trying to stick it to him because I was just kind of pissed. So that's what I did to him. It wasn't a proud moment for me, and and again, an example of what you should not do. So thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.